It's such a capable camera, such an amazing sensor, such a great lens, such great aperture. It's such a capable camera. Was I complaining about the lack of touchscreen? Too much stuff. I'm an old person. I like books. Ta-da! The Sony RX100 Mark IV review. Well, it's not really totally a review, it's more I've had it for a week and now I'm going to give a little bit of a review on how it's been and what I think of it. First of all, I'm very much a big fan of the focal length that it's got. It's 24 to 70 millimeters and the aperture of f1.8. We're all talking equivalents here because this is a 1-inch sensor. 1.8 to 2.8. So that is bright. I think it's got image stabilization in it as well. I can't quite tell, but I'm pretty sure the images were looking very darn stable when I was taking the photos with this, especially at 70 millimeters. I've shot for a company with it and it gave lovely JPEGs. The RAWs were a bit of a pain in the butt to try and find because I had to get a DNG converter and all that kind of stuff. Bit of a pain because it's a new camera, so therefore new RAW, therefore your current editing software won't deal with it. Thanks. So the other things are, I love that so much. The pop-up eye hole, always got to make sure that is pulled out, otherwise you won't be able to see anything. Its battery life wasn't too bad. I was quite surprised by it. I've been using it all week and it's only, well, I haven't counted the number of photos I've taken, but it's been good enough for me to use a single battery and I've used it for about, I would say about 4 days. But that is really just like, hey, photo, hey, photo, hey, photo. And then playing around with the menu settings. So first off, the other stats of this is a 20 megapixel sensor. It's like a super amazing one where it's stacked in a way that makes it amazing, says Sony. I'm sure it is, if you could tell me that. It's got the cool, I have to do that again, I have to gently put you back in. I have to do it again. Boing! Ah, it's so good. And that pop-upness, I love that. And when I showed that to any of my colleagues, they're like, that's cool. How can we do that? Does my camera do that? I'm like, no, it doesn't. The fully flip-up screen, once I turn it on, fully flip-up screen is handy for me to do selfies. In fact, hold on, let's go. Selfie with the camera, take a photo. Damn it, I'm in the wrong setting again. Right, aperture mode, selfie, let's go. Oh, multiple, oh, and all totally out of focus. Am I in focus, or is that my eyesight? I can't quite tell. Its focusing though is a bit hunty. Let's just say that. Maybe I've been shooting in low light conditions, however, being that it is an f1.8, I would imagine that meant it didn't hunt anywhere and it should be just like boom, bang, solid onto stuff. I haven't felt it. I haven't really... It's not something I would say, the focusing on this is amazing. It's more like it focuses and sometimes it just totally doesn't. The biggest bummer about this camera for me is two things: the menu system and the file system. So the differences here, the menu system is if you want to go, hey, I want to change a setting, let's just go to, I need to turn it on, let's go to menu, where do I want to go, what settings do I want, is it high frame mode, where do I go here? It's just, you need to spend a lot of time to really understand where you are meant to go. There's no fluidity in the ability to be able to just go, oh yes, I know, I need to quickly change my blah 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 blah, hold on, setting, beep beep beep, and because it is such a minuscule button here, so many times I'm like going, yes, I want to go into that, and then I go left, and I'm like, no, I'm in a different menu setting, and go back, I need to go down, wait, no, I want to choose that, no, but, so I'm here, exactly, here's an exact mode, I'm trying to change drive mode, speed priority, I think, go right, no, I've now gone into focus mode, it's gone into different menu setting, how do, no, and then I'm here, and it's just, and then it flicks from menus into screen menus into, you've got the other button where it's got on-screen settings that you can do as well. Nothing is touch screen, which for a Panasonic user where everything is touch screen, I can just turn on and click I want to go, and go boom, I want to focus there, sorted, done. Phone's great. Okay, where was I? Let me think. Was I complaining about the lack of touchscreen going on here? There is, because there's a bazillion menu options and a lot, there's just so much stuff on screen, so much info on screen when you're trying to shoot. Like, the sides are just filled with stuff, the other side's filled with stuff, the top layer's got, it's just surrounded by bits of information up here, which you're just like, if you're an amateur or you haven't learnt this camera, you're like, what the hell? Maybe you want to go AFC, oh, let's change that. No, can't change that. Let's change my focus point. No, can't change that. If I press left, no, I've just randomly started changing the ISO. Get out. What if I press, no, I don't want to be in ISO. Auto ISO is fine. Let's press up. Oh, displays, everything gone. Oh, where's everything? Oh, too much stuff. I'm an old person. I like books. Ow. Okay, the next. So that's a little bit of an annoying thing. Is just not touchscreen. Come on, Sony, you can do it. Panasonic's been able to do it really well for the last wee while, but just for like focus points and instant access to stuff. Like, you've got your FN button, which is your instant access to all this information, and you're having to deal with it with such minuscule braille-like finger touches to get this sorted. It's just, it's not easy. But what I would say is that this camera is capable of absolutely everything that you need to do. If you are a student, or you're a 17, 18-year-old who are like, I need a low camera that I need to do for all my photo assignments. I want stuff with shallow depth of field. Boom. I need stuff with high frames a second. Boom. I need to do panoramas. Boom. I need to be able to learn the difference between aperture mode, program mode, manual mode, shutter priority. Boom. It's got all that in here. I need to do some video stuff. This can do it really well. It can do 4K as well. It's such a capable camera, which is limited so much by its non-intuitiveness and fiddliness. People will know me for my other videos where fiddliness frickin' freaks me off. And it's not an intuitive camera, but it is, if you just can just sit into aperture mode and you're just gonna go, I'm gonna take this photo, done, happy days. This is it's such a capable camera, such an amazing sensor, such a great lens, such great aperture ability. It's just such a shame. No touchscreen, inconceivable menus. And this is the last thing, is the file system I was saying is, I'll get into the file system in a second. There's a high frames a second video footage, so if you're in PAL, it's like 250, 500, or 1,000 frames a second, and again, you have to really delve into the menus and it's really try and figure them out, or go on lots of websites to read all about it. For some reason, I didn't know this, I was shooting something, Mr. Hippo, obviously. and trying to figure out when it starts recording, when it doesn't start recording, when you press the start button, you're just like, I have no idea what's going on. Has it recorded for 2 seconds, for 4 seconds? What's happening here? Impossible to know. And then the next thing is, if you change it, it crops in as well, which it doesn't say in the menu system here. So I'm going, yeah, let's do 1,000 frames a second. Next thing I'm like, close in and Mr. Hippo's eye, and Mr. Hippo's like, what the hell, get out of my face. And I'm like, I didn't realise it was in your face. Bring it back out to 250 frames a second, suddenly I've got wide angle shots. So again, stuff which you need to read the manual for. But again, as I say, if you're a student, if you're 17, if you are somebody that just needs a small dinky second camera, is it a travel camera? I don't know. It's so capable, it really is. Yes, and so lastly, the file systems. Oh my god! I've heard other people. Tony Northup, I think he did a few comments about how trying to find your files, trying to find where your JPEGs and your RAWs and your videos with different settings, whether you shoot 4K, AVCH HD, that, or PAL. Suddenly you're like, oh, I can't just import them all. I need to go into one folder, which isn't obvious, then another folder. Oh no, if I had hair, I wouldn't have hair, because trying to find your files from this is mind-bogglingly difficult.
So this is what I mean about the files being a little bit odd in this Sony system. So normally when I just import everything from my camera, and it usually comes in my photos, my videos. For example, with my Lumix, I import that. That is everything. That's my photos, my JPEGs, my RAWs, and my videos that I've done with my kid, and this review right here as well. With Sony, it comes up with just comes up with a couple of JPEGs, no video files here. So that's like, okay, so I can't just load them up into Lightroom and just have that as my base that I just take everything from and put it into my video editing softwares. So the other way you have to go for it is go into Finder, go to your file system. In here, DCIM, that's normally the digital camera stuff. Cool, so there's my pictures and my RAWs. No video files in there, so I need to come out of that folder. MP root, there's 2 video files here. These are a couple of MP4 files. These are ones not done at like any slow motion or anything like that. To find my slow motion ones, I need to go to private, M4 root, in here, then find clip, and then here's the MP4 files of the slow motion stuff. Just annoying. Really, really annoying.
So in the end, this is a fantastic camera with an amazing ability to do amazing stuff and take fantastic photos and great panoramas and slow motion video and high quality shallow depth of field photos, even though it's a 1-inch sensor and all that kind of stuff. It is just a quality piece of equipment which requires the user, you, the person that's using it, we need to put in vastly more effort to get the most out of this camera. This is not a case of, hey, I just got a camera. Yeah, I'm going to do high frames a second. What's going on? Why? Oh, it's not working. Oh, I'll just use my old camera. And it's just like, that's the biggest danger, and possibly the thing which is massively putting me off going to Sony is just how non-intuitive, non-touchscreeny, impossible menu system and file-losing file system these Sony, not this camera, Sony, from what I've read and watched and heard from other people, Sony has with this. That's a problem. So, to finally leave this off, I would say astonishing camera, requires vast amounts of learning to get intuitive with this, vast amounts of menu reading, manual reading, just practice going through all the menus over and over for you to be like a total master pro with this, just pop it up at any point, because it's not obvious in any way. But if you do learn to do this camera, I think, could effectively do any photo you are wanting to do. This very much could take the place of somebody's big fat DSLR. And the fact that it is full on, I didn't mean that, full on, boom, pocketable, and I can sit and it doesn't like, it's not like, oh, it's really uncomfortable, this big, heavy, okay, I have baggy jeans, fair dues, but yeah, my only hopes is that in the future, the RX100 Mark V touchscreeny would be great. The lens and aperture, I can't ask for more. I could ask for more, but that's just greedy because it's fantastic. The sensor, again, I couldn't ask for more. It's fantastic. Once I figured out how to get the DNG files out of this after converting and all that crap, more than happy with them. Fantastic. Great colour, great dynamic range. Couldn't ask for more, but touchscreeny, and please just have a photographer join Sony for a day and deal with the menu system because it sucks so bad. So yes, I highly recommend if you're new to photography and you're wanting to buy one pocketable, amazing camera which you're really going to put some effort into learning how to do different types of photography, this camera absolutely rocks. No doubt about it. No joking. Fantastic. If you're already a photographer that's fully fluent with another camera system like Panasonic or something like that, going to this will drive you insane. Okay, end of review. That's it. But just to leave you off, I'm just gonna go with a little focus on this, focus. There it is. I'm gonna leave you with this. Oh, pop. Ah, that was so good.